on their birthday use Mastercard Sky. The Northern Ghana Fair.
Yep.
I want to take. I mean, we are inviting everyone, but very especially, I would love to see the former Minister of Trade and Industry.
Which of them?
We want to see all the beautiful.
Babaru, Haruna.
No, we want to see the colorful one.
Oh, Afafonto.
We should fly to the north in the butterfly, and go and make the north look as yellow as possible. Yesterday, we learnt of a new rendition of the party. Conversation going on, but I'm excited that we are having the Northern Ghana Fair.
Yep.
Someone just sent me a message this morning asking whether this is the first we are doing, particularly in the north.
Yeah.
Then I said, yes, for the north it is. And then she was like, okay, will it be worth going? I'm looking at the textiles and crafts area. You know the area quite well.
Yeah,
so for such a person, tell her what you know about.
You see, when we talk about the north, we are not talking about just the northern region. We're talking about the upper half of the country, in the sense that we're looking at from the middle belt, the Bono, Ahafo, up to the extreme north of the country, Upper East, Upper West, and the Savannah regions, and these are the allied regions, which form a critical part of the economic lifeline of our country, but which for some reason, because of underdevelopment and lack of exposure to opportunities to sell what they have, get underrepresented economically, and then also in terms of what they can earn from their own potential. There's media concentration down south. Of course, you find scattered, radio and television stations in very rare cases in, parts of the north. But the fact is that the big money is down south, and the purchasing power too is down here. The effort being made by ChannelOne Television and City FM is actually to take the platform to the people. Use our convening power to bring people together. We're talking about investors, we're talking about entrepreneurs, we're talking about people who are selling things to other parts of the world, or in other parts of the world, people who are selling things right here. Bringing all of these people together so that they can find what they are looking for, or speak to people who have the capacity to find for them what they are looking for. And then also find a way of refining their own ideas. Because if you go to a trade fair or exhibition of the kind we're promising, maybe you are an upcoming, entrepreneur. You're thinking about how to convert your wood into something meaningful in a sustainable way, in a way that agrees with where the world is moving now. If you go to that fair, you find something which is similar to what you want to do. Or you speak to someone who has the right technology to help you deliver what you are looking for. Or you would find someone who is interested in buying the product that you have on offer. So bringing all of these different shades of people into a melting pot to actually help reset, and I'm using the word advisedly, the economic fortunes of the North is a wonderful thing. The more reason why, if you are an investor and you're looking to support people who have vibrant ideas or potentially vibrant ideas, you would want to go to the North with us. If you are looking to export many of the things Ghana has to offer from the north, and you have a more efficient way of mobilizing transport to get things from the north down south to the ports and then sending them outside of the country. You want to do that because many people rely on middlemen to get the things for them. What if you can go find the source itself and bring
exactly what you want,
exactly
the way you want it, at the price that makes sense to you.
Exactly. And if you want to go into partnership, I mean, there are people who are processing chicken. There are people who are processing guinea fowl. There are people who are producing smoke, right? People are exporting these things to the wider world and earning a lot of money. Ghana is currently in discussions with the people of China for zero tariffing and all of that. It has its own, challenges, because again, the question is, what are you sending to China and what are they sending here in return if we go into that agreement? But the fact is that the things we produce in the north are some of the things that are needed elsewhere. Imagine if you can have a huge, entry into the Chinese market and they are buying in volumes. What that can do to transform the economic base of the north.
Yeah.
I think that is the more reason why initiatives like this are important. Yeah. Of course, we sit on radio and criticize government after government about their own failings and how there is so much potential, the low-hanging fruits are there, and it is possible to get things done in a way that bring, meaningful fortunes to us. It is not just about talking. We also believe that beyond, talking about these problems and the solutions we see, we ourselves would have to put our shoulders to the wheel and get people together to see how we can, in our own small way, fix the problems we talk about daily. That is the reason why we're doing this, and I believe that it is truly meaningful. And people should get interested in it.
The festive season is just a few months away, and I know typically the women, they buy ahead of time and plan their purchases and calculate that very carefully, and so that they can beat down prices and all. So it's a great opportunity for those who are in business and households, those who manage finances, household business, all that.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a great opportunity for that. I think it's important for us to have this fair, also because we need to strengthen the existing value chains, between, as Sky said, the north of Ghana and also the south of Ghana. The purchasing power is here, the expertise, the experience. You've got more producers, you've got more people into marketing and distribution down south. So it's a good opportunity to strengthen that connection, right from sourcing of raw materials, whether it's shea butter or it's fonio, from that process to the processing of it, or converting it into oils and butters, distributing it, and also marketing. Yeah. So I think that's an opportunity for us to exchange ideas, for business people to exchange ideas, for business people to strengthen the existing value chains, for jobs to be created, for investment to be taken there and also brought here as well, and to strengthen the economy. And I also will reiterate, we would expect that the government agencies, the respective government agencies and the relevant government agencies will support, not just in presence, but also in terms of policy and direction.
Exciting. Bernard is here. Bernard, good morning.
Thank you, Caleb.
Good to see you.
It's always good to be here on the other side of the dial, under no pressure at all. And just listening to my voice to the Northern Business Fair. I think when I look at a lot of countries that have done well, they've also developed enclaves. So I think Accra is too choked. I think I did a show on lawyers, and I was told that almost 90% of our lawyers are in Accra.
Based.
I think our doctors, you can say the same. Engineers, you can say the same. And you need to also think about the spatial dimensions of development. One of the reasons why we are frustrated about Accra is because we are too many here, and there aren't enough viable economic activities elsewhere. So I think that if you look at the way Ghana has been designed, after Kwame Nkrumah's attempts to bridge the gap, because a lot of African countries, the structure is something we inherited from colonialism. And the colonialists had a plan. They did not really develop the North. And I'm not blaming them, but that's just the hard fact. So when Kwame Nkrumah began some free education for people in the North, and when I say North, it's just geographical. It was very good. So that was more like education affirmative action. I think like the Marshall Plan that was designed for the Germans after the World War, I think we need a Northern Development Plan, because of course we've had President Mahama is from the North, and Hilal Liman is from the North, very briefly, Upper West region. Then the northern part of the country has been underdeveloped. And one of the evidences of that is that we see a lot of migration of particularly women and girls into the south to do menial jobs. So Kayaye and the rest of it. Of course, secondary education free has changed some of this, but we know that there's a lot of poverty in the northern part of the country. And even though the regions there have a lot of good human resource and a lot of good natural resource, somehow they still lag behind generally.
Yeah.
So in discussing what to do as a country, we know that there ought to be a development plan for the north that takes advantage of some of the endowments to add value to it.
Right.
I also feel like as a media house, we have a responsibility not just to point at what ought to be done, but to use our resources to demonstrate that it is possible. And if you follow this City FM or ChannelOne for a while, you notice that we really put our money where our mouth is. So the Northern Business Fair is just one of the many things we decided to do.
Sure.
Because, as I always say, media houses have many streams of influence. All right, we have what I call convincing power. Every morning we come on air and tell people, don't litter the streets, contractors, do this or that or the other. We also have convening power, where we're able to bring businesses, sponsors, politicians, and ordinary citizens together. And it is a power we really intend to use. We also have a lot of listeners and viewers who live in the northern region, upper east region, upper west, northeast, Savannah region. So what we are saying is that this is the time to do something meaningful, not as a one-off, a series of things to bring markets to producers.
Yeah.
And I'll use share as an example. Share and cotton. So the share tree grows in the wild in many parts of the Savannah zone. It is a treasure that God has given us that we have not utilized well. If you harness the seed, you can use it to do oil for eating. You can use shea to produce shea butter, which is very essential in cosmetics. All kinds of things are possible with shea.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why we are poor in Africa is that we don't understand value addition, and we don't understand the issue of developing markets. So what the Northern Business Fair is trying to do is to say there are companies that have come together to add value to natural raw materials, to produce value-added products. And it is our responsibility as media to highlight it, and it's our responsibility as citizens from all over the country to patronize those things.
Very important.
So if you listen to things like See Ghana, Wear Ghana, Eat Ghana, and all those things, I think these are very critical dimensions of economic development that should not be left to the governor or the finance minister to be speaking. We should let people understand that their buying decisions are essential to our economic freedom.
Very, very important.
So we are urging people from all over the country to make it to Tamale
Sharp.
and to show that they support this idea
Sharp.
that we must patronize things made.
Very
if we
important.
can make Tamale an economic engine, I'm very, very sure that we would not need to have people migrating to look for menial jobs.
Yeah.
If we create enclaves of economic development, the spin-offs are good. We will have better education, better health care. Doctors would want to move. We can have stronger institutions up north, and our country will develop.
Very
Final
important.
thing I'll say, when you visit a lot of advanced countries, Sky, when you go to the US, the capital of the US is Washington, D.C. Trust me, there are so many places where you... Look, right now people are going to Seattle. Right? Seattle is in Washington State. It's somewhere in the northwest. Of course, you know California, San Francisco, San Diego, and Los Angeles. Then we have New York. Then we have Chicago. Then you have Ohio's Cincinnati. Then you have Texas. They've spread the development so that wherever you go, you can get something to do.
True.
I think we should also do that. Nigeria did it with Abuja. So now there's Lagos, there's Abuja. I think they want to develop Kaduna as well. There's Port Harcourt. It's important to do this. Everything cannot be in Accra.
We need to spread across.
So please, on the 25th and 26th of October,
Yeah.
all routes, all flights, all rails, all footpaths
Everywhere.
lead to the Tamale Sports Stadium.
Sharp,
And we are going there to
sharp.
patronize
Yeah,
Made
man.
in Ghana,
Yeah, man.
to demonstrate that we can produce the best in the north.
Amazing.
So all of you who are listening to us, you don't have to be from the north.
No, not at all.
This is and it's in the national interest.
Sharp.
So whether it's a smoke like Sky is wearing,
Yes.
or the top
That's why I'm wearing a smoke
Yes.
today.
or earrings like she's wearing,
Yes.
or shoes,
Yes.
or bags, or cosmetics, or neckties. All kinds of things are being made. We have some very good universities up there. I'm inviting them to come and exhibit some of their technologies as well.
Yeah.
And please, let's make the Northern Business Forum and Fair the biggest we've seen so far.
It will be.
But since we produce a lot of color-me and package it nicely,
We should take some up.
Is that value addition we can take? Because there they don't have a lot of.
Yes, more meats than.
No, I agree with you. I think that, for example, somebody brought us fried fish, which was packaged.
Yes, color-me.
It was really, really nice. And you can keep this for months.
Yeah.
Well labeled, expiry date, batch numbers.
Solid.
These are the things we need to do to develop.
Yeah.
You know, and you see, whilst you may not be able to produce computers or cars easily without some shift in technology, what you consume should not be a problem, because we all eat. You get it? So at least when it comes to economic development, consumables like food should be your starting point. At least you should be able to add value to your food and your basic textiles before you can get to manufacturing high level speed trains and things. So I agree with you. There are many delicacies in the north as well that have global appeal. And I'm sure there are people who are producing these things that have added value to them. So let's go and check them out and let's give them.
My friend says he's looking forward to dry meats.
Yes.
Dried meats.
These days they do dry fruits as well.
Dried meat, yes.
When you go to This Is Ghana in these events, people have processed and packaged things like shrimp.
Yeah.
When I was in the UK, I ate some kenke and shrimp.
It's
It's as good as what I eat in Osu.
That's right.
Of course, the kenke, they brought it. I don't know how they got the kenke there. But the
have
shrimp and the pepper and the inchinam was well packaged. You know, it was very, very nice. You think you are eating it in Ghana. We need to do those things to support our small and medium-sized enterprise.
We've got it all in Ghana, and this time we are fixing our focus on the northern part of Ghana, converging at the Tamale Sports Stadium from the 25th to the 26th, with the best of the north to the rest of the world too. Some messages I got quickly. When you are done with the Northern Fair, turn your attention to the Ashanti, Eastern and Volta Fair, and then later you can do Central, Western and the Bono as well as Ahafo regions. But a lot of work for us to do, right?
No, we
have
actually
huge expectations.
No, we had many plans. I remember last year, Samens told me that we should partner with the Volta Fair to also highlight some products.
Nice.
It just so happens that it sort of the timing does not work for a fully blown collaboration, but we do support it. We have actually been discussing with different regions the idea of regional fairs. Because we've said on air that we feel like some of the regional ministries should be moved to other regions.
True.
Accra is great, but we need to focus on other geographical areas of development. So we are 100% for that.
Excellent.
We are 100%
So
on that.
you sent this message without your name, but look, you've already spoken into a plan that exists, so don't worry about that. It's going to happen. But speaking of share, do you know who runs most of the share up north? The Chinese. And I've seen it with my eyes. We need to utilize our resources well. Could you send that from East Legon Hills? So that's what came in.